All right, y'all, let's get right into it. We're going to be learning shapes today. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, first and foremost, we're going to be learning shapes. This over here is the W shape. It is a bullish shape. Check out my magic wand, by the way. So, W shape, let's get right into it. Where can we find a W? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I just found a W. You guys see this W right here? Look at this W shape. Let me highlight it for y'all, man. W shape right here. Do y'all see that? Let me get this wand off because this wand is gonna piss me off, bro. All right, so the W shape, bang. It's a bullish shape, bullish indicator. If you watch the previous videos, you'd know that even in this W shape, you see two morning stars. So one morning star, another morning star. So more indicators, right? So you can stack your little indicators or your little, I guess confirmations. And yeah, so you see a W shape there in the hourly. That's pretty clean, by the way. And again, you want to find these in lower areas. There's kind of a chopped W shape here. Let's go to the 15 minutes so you can see more W shapes. Oh, what do we see right here? The hourly W shape is also a 15-minute W shape. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Here's a chopped W. You can see it right here. Look. Y'all see a W right here? W. It does not have to be perfect, by the way. So you guys see a little W right there. I'm sure y'all can see it right about now. But yeah, so that's another W shape. Bullish indicators, find them at low levels. So let's go to our second indicator here. Second indicator, let's find it right up here. IHS, that just means inverse head and shoulder. What does it mean? Inverse head and shoulder. So these are my favorite. Inverse head and shoulder. Here's a pretty cool one, pretty clean one. It's just that was a huge wick, by the way. So inverse head and shoulder. You have a shoulder, you have a head, and you have a shoulder. So this is just upside down head and shoulder, right? Especially if you're familiar with the trading game, you know what a head and shoulder is. But an inverse head and shoulder is just shoulder, head, shoulder. Obviously, this is flipped upside down because it's bullish. But yeah, that's a nice little inverse head and shoulder on the hourly there. I'm sure if we go to the 15-minute, we can find some more inverse head and shoulders. Let's find some. Let's see. Kind of again here, you can kind of see it shoulder, head, shoulder. There's even a W in there. But yeah, I mean, that's probably the cleanest inverse head and shoulder you're going to be finding here on the time frames. But an inverse head and shoulder, pretty clean, pretty clear, nice, and I like it. So let's go to our next shape. Our next shape is going to be the M shape. It's going to be a bearish shape. So the M shape, obviously, you're going to be looking for sells, looking to take that price down. Oh, here's a good, nice little M shape. Let me get rid of everything else here. So like this here, because bang. All right, so here you have an M shape. Do you guys see that here? Huge M shape. Bang, bang, creates the letter M. How clean is that? So bearish, taking puts. And again, like I said, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to kind of put all of this together in a later video if you're watching these. Here we have a HS. What does HS stand for? Head and shoulders. This is a bearish shape. One of my favorite, if not my favorite shape. So head and shoulders is just simply head, shoulder, head, downside. Pretty clean. This is honestly, this got to be my favorite shape. My first, no, I think the inverse head and shoulder is my favorite shape. Very strong shape. But like an inverse head and shoulder, let's find one. Here's a good one. You can barely see it, but you can definitely see it. So right here, just this little peak right here. I don't know if you can see it. You're going to have a shoulder, a head, and another little shoulder, inverse head and shoulder. Let's see if I can find a better one for you guys. Actually, even here, even in that M shape, you kind of get one. So you kind of get the shoulder here, right? And you kind of get the head up here. And then this other shoulder went high, like super high, kind of like an inverse, not an inverse, but a head and shoulder. And then let's find some more. I'm sure there has to be a head and shoulder somewhere. You can see that M shape, but there has to be a head and shoulder. Pretty clean shoulder, head, shoulder. All right, y'all. But that's going to wrap up this specific video. Again, like I said, if you're not putting in the work on the charts, you're just expecting to get everything handed to you, trading will not work for you. So please put work on the charts. Make it happen, and you got this, big boss. Let's go into the next video.